of the states in the north, like Yobe, that has never been won by PDP before. And that's why people, when they talk this election was rigged, I will start to laugh at them. In the president's home state of the party that the candidate comes from, the candidate of the party, APC, lost there. They didn't say that it was rigged there. In the home state of the candidate of the APC, Asiwaju, Obi defeated him. Yes. And I equally want to appreciate God for the coming of Obi too. Because a lot of things are now, there's a lot of consciousness in the system. Everybody now has to sit right. You understand? Obi's coming, you know, I said it. Obi is the man with the tailwind. Obi did well. Obi became an issue. You see, they thought it was a joke. It became an hurricane. It became the issue. So that what I'm trying to say is that, but Obi did not get, the North did not buy into his agenda. Right. Obi did not get the required 25%. You see, I am somebody, I believe in Obi. I love him. He's one of our brothers. He has made a statement. He's a man for tomorrow. Anybody, you might not like my own position on issues, but I will tell you as it is. If you greet me, fine. If you don't greet me, fine. But it remains the fact that Asiwaju won that election fair and square. You can blackmail people. Politicians were like that. Okay, who won between PDP and APC? If you say Obi is laying claim, Asiwaju is laying claim, they said the APC rigged them. So who among them won that election? Obi was the undoing of PDP. Simple. Obi took out PDP. You understand? The hurricane in the southeast, the hurricane in the south-south. All governors now, you have to fight for their lives on Saturday. I saw Tambuwa in Abuja on the rally there. I said somebody should go and tell him, go back home.
There's work to be done.
You don't need to call it work. When they put fire there, you know it's not water. You must learn from Obi. But we should not equally say, because I didn't win, we must discredit.
Let me try to jump in here.
Let's go back to the G5 governors, because one of the demands that, Governor Wike was now making after they put the governor of Delta State for vice president was, Ayo must step down.
Yes.
Like, if Ayo stepped down and chairmanship of the PDP came south, they could realign.
Yes.
So if that demand had been given, would things have turned out differently?
See, I went to our candidate invited me. Atiku Abubakar invited me. And I told him I was going to tell Wike before I can come. And Wike said I can go. Somebody who says, but you are an older governor than Wike or whatever. That's your story. God makes kings. God makes people, leaders. Your brother might be younger, older, as long as he's the leader, is the leader. So I went to our candidate in his hotel. And I told him, I said, Your Excellency, it will be of great interest if you win this election. These are the demands of these people. I said, please stop saying by constitution, Ayo cannot be removed. I advised him, I gave him alternative to what he should be saying. And I told him, the more you are mentioning this constitution, they will be reminding you that you are not supposed to be the candidate. How can they hold on to an Ayo against Wike, against Ugwuanyi, against the governor of Abia, against governor of Benue and all? Even if you tell me that they lost, everybody knows Obi was more than on ground in the east.
Yes.
They were not expecting that a miracle will happen. But the issue is that I told His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, I said, sir, go to Port Harcourt. Don't tell anybody. People like me will go and wait for you there. I will stay there. I will stay by Governor Wike. Don't announce your coming. Just get a few friends that can provide convoy for you. Come and park at Governor Wike's gates. They will come and tell us wherever we are that you are at the gate. Wike won't be that hard to say you should not come in, isn't it? So we will now sit down there. You will hold Wike, my brother, and settle the matter. All the people around Atiku Abubakar said, no, Oga cannot go there. Don't embarrass our Oga. Is the president in the waiting. It cannot. Nobody can play God. So, Allah Samudachi.
Results are.
Abi?
Yeah. Let's.
Yeah. So, a follow-up of my other question. Seeing the mistakes that the PDP has made, obviously, which has backfired against them, if the APC approaches you, will you join their party?
Again, let me say it very clearly. I'm glad you asked this question. I've said this more than 10, 20, 30 times over to the public that I am not a member of the APC. And I will never, Ayo Fayose, will never be a member of the APC. Never. You see, my respect for Asiwaju does not now turn me to become an APC member. And my belief in that we as leaders must say the truth. I don't jump from one party to the other. That's not my style. Even at this age, what do I want? I can't be president of Nigeria again. At this age, I can't be, what am I looking for that will make me, do I want to use the AP for a platform to contest election? No. My son contested the last House of Reps. So am I going to be struggling with my son again? Not in these days of Obi Hurricane. These boys will tell you that no.
Let's talk about the Obi Hurricane because of the underestimation of the Obi. Okay, I'm hearing the Hurricane for the first time. But many people underestimated him. In your view, how do you think that this new wave, this new third force, how do you think they can become, what can they do to leverage on this, what they've gotten so far? Because many are saying that the next election is likely going to be between APC and LP. And PDP might be totally even dead.
We will have been gone that time.
You agree?
The PDP will have gone that time. You see, tell us who wants to come and wake this party when the likes of Wike are angry. Tell me who wants to wake this. Atiku will soon finish now and go to Dubai. Atiku will soon go to Dubai. He will have, I mean, this is not negative because that's where he stays. So, you see, all this rally that we were doing yesterday is just to say that I tried you before I left. That was why you saw all those rallies. Nothing more, all those protests. But you can't blame him. He's an elderly man. At some point, he has to go and rest his life. He has tried. He has tried. So, what I'm saying to you, and I want to tell you that these Obi people, we have not seen their hand though. 2027 is close by. Even if Obi, at the end of the day, loses in court, it is not over. It's not over until it's over.
Right. Let's talk about Lagos State for a moment because the elections are, this is not just Lagos State, across the country. 28 governors will be fighting for their seat on Saturday. You said, as we said, Lagos State, for example, lost to LP on the presidential elections, and there's a lot of fear. You know, what are your thoughts on Babajide Sanwo-Olu coming back for his second term, and the fact that different candidates, especially from the LP, are all waking up and saying, taking the opportunity of last 2 weekends and elections to see how they can bring in new people to run against him. What are your thoughts on the elections coming up on Saturday, especially in Lagos?
Well, again, let me tell you that I am not an APC member, and I will not be one. Let us profile the candidates. It's unfortunate the Obi Hurricane came at the time it came, but it was realized that nobody should be taken for granted. Their members, they must be awake to realities.
Right. Now,
the candidate of a PDP and his deputy, they are like theater people. Like somebody doing theater, Yoruba theater. When you see their poster, you know these ones are candidates by accident.
Jesus Christ.
There's no point bothering. Lagosians don't bother about that PDP candidate. I mean, when you see morning, you will determine what the evening will be.
For just $67,